It is the day. It is the day, and I have finally finished watching Hotel Transylvania for Transformania. And oh man, we got a lot to talk about in this review. And just in case, there is spoilers as well that I am going to be going deep into, and the ending and everything pretty much. Hey everyone, Jasper here from McCart, and welcome back to a new review, and this is finally the day. We've been waiting so long. The final conclusion, the end of the Hotel Transylvania franchise is here, and oh boy, was it a great finale. Was it a great conclusion to the franchise? A great conclusion to another franchise. It was something else indeed. And especially with the starting bit, I absolutely loved where we had basically the one of the greatest starting songs with just the two of us as well. And with Baby Mavis that we see. And basically this movie is regarding to the relationship between Johnny and Drac. Because basically Drac doesn't see Johnny as part of the family, pretty much. And he wants to give the hotel to Mavis. He wants to retire. Drac is wanting to retire with Erica and start a new chapter just with the two of them and give the hotel to Mavis and Johnny. But when things backfire for Drac, we could just say things aren't going to end well, and Drac changing his mind, and yeah, things going downhill. And with him basically wanting to become a monster. So, with the help of Van Helsing, which, surprisingly, he wasn't the main antagonist. I mean, technically he wasn't the main antagonist, he was just trying to help Johnny. Because Johnny saying that Drac doesn't find him as part of the family, which is sad. And basically this whole role thing of not giving the hotel to Johnny, and basically giving all of his hopes down. I mean, ignoring the fact that Mavis heard it first with her supersonic hearing as well. But, again, Johnny actually wanting to accomplish something between Drac and actually wanting him to feel like he's part of the family, which, again, that has to be very sad, I could just say right there. So, with the help of Van Helsing, the monster, or transformation ray, which he tested out on a guinea pig, which is Van Helsing's pet guinea pig Gigi, which he uses, and it turns all monstrous-like. So, Johnny is ready to try it out, and he gets his monster transformation to hopefully make Drac part of the family as well. But things backfire really badly when Drac accidentally suits himself with the monster, or the transformation ray, I'll just call it, and accidentally, when trying to suit Johnny back to a human, when he's trying to run to Mavis, he suits himself, and let's just say things don't go well. Yeah. Murray, Wayne, and Frankenstein, or Frank, and Griffin, aka the Invisible Man, go out to say what was that noise, and they see Johnny as a monster, which they actually like Johnny way more as a monster. And Drac is stuck, which Murray seems to get him down from the roof, and we see Drac has been hit and is a human. And then we get a good joke of basically, pretty much after Johnny takes Drac to Van Helsing, we see Murray and all of them telling Mavis that basically she wants to talk to her dad, and they tell Wayne to show him his dance moves, which was pretty funny. And with them out on the hunt, basically Van Helsing says that they need to find another crystal for the ray, the Monster-Vacation ray, or again, the Transformation ray, which is deep in the Amazon. Yeah, they gotta go all the way in the Amazon to retrieve another crystal, so they can break the curse, and basically go into this cave that Van Helsing clarifies that it is unescapable and deadly, and nobody can ever make it out alive, which Johnny and Drac head out. Which things don't go well on the plane, causing Drac to panic with his new human form and get sick as well. And we also have basically things backfiring when there was one point when Drac accidentally hit the ice sculpture of him that he made, and it turned all the water into transformation water, which Griffin, Wayne, Murray, and Frank, and Blobby accidentally drank. And let's just say things don't go down for them. They start transforming, and things do not go downhill. Murray turning into an old man, an old Egyptian man. Wayne turning human. Griffin completely butt naked, so this confirms that he's been naked throughout the whole franchise. Yeah, he even says that he told him that he was naked the whole time, and he said, duh, he's been naked the whole time. That is uncomfortable to think that throughout the whole franchise of the other 3 movies, the Invisible Man, Griffin, was butt naked. Wearing no clothes, not even underwear. And yeah, things do not go well, especially with Mavis and Erica and them finding out of Johnny and Drac. Which Drac, the funny part, Drac basically staring in the sun because he won't burn, because he's a human, and he stares into the sun, and you should never stare into the sun, because he starts to burn his eyes, nearly gets hit by a truck, until Johnny saves him, and he accidentally burns and makes a huge card pile, as well, at the airport. Trying to call a taxi, if things don't go well, so they just have to take a bus. And again, Erica and Mavis, after trapping the hamster, they confront Van Helsing and demand what's going on here. Which, Van Helsing, yes, he was responsible, but not in a bad way. He just granted what Johnny wanted, right? He granted what Johnny wanted, is to become a human. To become a monster, right? So again, there was really no villain in this movie. There really wasn't no villain in this movie, compared to the last 3. You know, the first movie having that Seth, that crazy, insane Seth, and then the second one, technically, Drac's dad, but mostly the bats and then, of course, Van Helsing and Erica in the third one, but in this one, surprisingly, there was no villain, because Van Helsing wasn't really the main antagonist in this movie. He even feels bad causing of what he's caused too. And basically him saying that if they don't find the cure, the crystal, to try to transformate them back to their normal selves, it'll become permanent. So Erica, Mavis, and the whole gang set out to go and find Johnny and Drac. We get some funny stuff as well, and basically, Drac getting eaten up by mosquitoes, even getting knocked out. Johnny figuring out that he can fly, even though it almost cost them their lives, because they almost fell to their deaths. I mean, Drac would have definitely died if he would have fallen, because, well, he's human now. So, it would definitely hurt him very well. But yeah, we get some real great, and Drac burning a marshmallow, which was really funny. But actually, eating a marshmallow for the first time, actually, what they call all gooey inside, and he liked it. So eventually, everybody reunites with them. They're back, and that makes Johnny angry when Drac tells the truth. This was really sad to see, because Johnny starts turning, well, he's starting to turn monstrous, and he starts rampaging away in anger and rage towards Drac. And Mavis is having to go calm Johnny down, which again, things don't go well. So, the gang sets out to go to it, which they eventually make it. They eventually make it to the cave, the cavern, whatever you would like to call it, where the crystal is located. Mavis trying to calm Johnny down, but things are not going well. Eventually, they get to the crystal, which they get separated at time. Mavis accidentally punches her dad when thinking it was somebody else, which eventually they do get the crystal. And so Johnny, Drac having to apologize. First, Drac having to apologize to Johnny that when in his human form, that he never realized until when he was human that Johnny was something else, and he is actually part of the family, and he is sorry for being all the stuff that he's been towards Johnny, which it calms Johnny down, and everybody has a happy ending, and everybody starts to get transformated back to themselves. Frank's wife basically not liking the human hair, so she's just chopping it into his normal hair. Wayne being covered of all his kids, saying that he missed the old self of him being a human, and the Invisible Man having to wear clothes even though he's invisible. Like, come on, Murray, he's invisible. Yes, we found out that he was naked throughout the whole franchise, but still. So eventually, Drac actually now comes out and tells Mavis and Johnny, until we see the hotel is completely destroyed. Yeah, this was very sad to see. When I first saw that, that was sad. Oh, seeing the hotel completely destroyed by the hamster turning into the monstrous form, which Drac manages to calm it down, and man, was this very hard to say too. Which all this stuff that the hotel, which Johnny says that they'll help him rebuild the hotel, but Drac tells him no. Build the hotel as you want. Rebuild the hotel as you want. And he gives the key that Mavis, when they open the hotel for the first time, he gives the key to Mavis and Johnny, saying that the hotel is theirs. And he's saying that it is time to start a new chapter with just Drac and Erica, and leaving the hotel which I love that. I just love that. Drac retiring. Drac retiring and giving the hotel to Mavis and Johnny at the end. Because Drac feels like he feels like it's time to move on from the hotel and start a new chapter. Start a new life with him and Erica together and leaving the hotel for Johnny and Mavis, which was really amazing. And the reveal that the hotel is back. Yeah, they built it exactly the way it was. And everybody had a happy ending as well. So what do I think about the movie? I love it. What a fantastic movie. What a fantastic final end to the franchise. This movie was spot on and taught a valuable life lesson as well. This movie did teach like a life lesson of basically, it's kind of hard to describe, but you know how Drac wasn't seeing Johnny as part of the family when he was his Dracula self, and then in his human form, he came to realize that he was all wrong, and Johnny is part of the family. So it's basically that kind of life lesson as well, where you come to realize that that person is part of the family, that you don't say part of the family, but come to realize that it's actually part of the family. That person is part of your family. That's what this life lesson pretty much spoken out. And there was some parts where it was very emotional too, I could just say. Especially seeing the hotel, of how it was destroyed, and again, but man, was this a great ending as well. Everybody getting back to their normal selves, and Drac finally giving the hotel to Johnny and Mavis was such a great thing to see. And again, I love that concept. I love that Drac actually gives Johnny and Mavis the hotel. So Drac no longer owns it. Drac is no longer in charge of the hotel. He's giving it up to his daughter and Johnny. Which was, again, such a heartwarming experience to see as well. And again, what a great way to end another franchise. The conclusion to another franchise. So again, I have to say that this movie was just spot on, amazing. That's all I could say. Spot on, amazing. That's all I can say. Great from the start to the end, especially the end. What a beautiful ending to end off the franchise, and what a great way to end off Hotel Transylvania and the franchise. And it was actually great to see the voice actor of Drac, the new voice of Drac in this movie, because you couldn't even tell the difference through the movie. Through the whole movie, I could not tell the difference between Adam Sandler's voice and Brian Hall, but between those two voices, they are exactly the same. I couldn't tell any difference. It sounds exactly the same. So, yeah, they nailed this final movie, and it is sad to see Hotel Transylvania now concluded, but It ended in a beautiful, fantastic way. And I'm glad they ended it off in a good conclusion. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, make sure all notifications turned on, because you are surely not going to want to miss anything on my channel. And again, what do y'all think in the comment section down below? And what do y'all think about the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. And it was well worth the wait, especially the ending as well. Of that powerful ending. That powerful ending and the conclusion was just spot on. So hopefully y'all enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye!